Go ahead, Crown.
Yeah, go ahead, Crown.
I just wanted to make sure everybody hadn't got out what they wanted to. But you know, one example of how self-respect has benefited my life is in an earlier live I was in this dope live, y'all. It was so healing. Um it was uh so one of the things I've been through was SA, and you know going through something like that can sometimes make you feel like you dead inside. um you Especially when it happens so young, you don't know who you are, and so you struggle with your own identity. Sometimes I even hated my own reflection in the mirror, and it was not solely because of that. It was other, esteem issues or things, but I had such a disdain about my own worth, my own being. And because I didn't know who I was, there was oftentimes I would imitate what I was seeing. So the types of women that was either around me or on TV that, had what I felt like I wanted to be, I imitated them, you know, people I admired and stuff. And in that, you fake because you not being yourself, right? And so when I learned to love and respect myself as I am learning, because I don't think there's ever a point where you are like, I'm an expert at self-respect. I think that the need to change doesn't lessen your value, it increases your value when you can actually look at yourself and be able to see there's a need for change. That therein lies the increase in your value, because a lot of people can't see where the changes that need to be made in their life. So what I did when I started recognizing my own flaws in the way that I looked at myself, I set boundaries. I found my own voice. Um, what I like, what I don't like. I acknowledged the accomplishments I had. And I went back, and those things that I perceived as a failure, I analyzed them to learn the lesson in those failures. And in that I found who I am, or the woman I'm becoming. The evolved me, and so the way you respect yourself will allow you to be the true you. And I'll be completely transparent. That came from a period of dating myself, because um one bad relationship after the other, and I would even say those bad relationships were kind of I can attribute it to my childhood trauma, because I really did hate men. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I was attracted to them, but I was scared of them, because the very person that I should have been able to trust to protect and keep me safe was the one who violated me. And so, who can you trust when the violation came from someone you trust, right? And so everybody can say something, but I'm waiting on the other shoe to drop, no matter who it is. And then having that abandonment from an absentee father, you know, uh, that compounded the trauma, from my childhood. And so I wasn't even able to see that I was hurt. I mean, I knew I was hurting from one thing, but I didn't, because that hurt was so overwhelming, I couldn't see all of the other things I needed to heal from. And so as I pull back the layers, in dating myself, I'm getting to know myself, and I'm able to see, okay, this is something. Okay, this is a little blemish. Okay, what can we do to get this right? You know what I'm saying? And so the way I would want my partner to come in my life and to recognize my flaws and appreciate my scars, you know, that's what I'm doing for myself. And so what it does is it creates another standard in my life where a person who comes in my life has to love me like I love me or better. And so my self-respect for myself um helped me to see what love really is. That's my thoughts.
I
Girl,
love that.
you ain't have to do us like this now. You ain't, I, I mean, just read me for filth.
What I do?
You know? No,
Read
it's
the
just
room for filth.
the stuff that you're saying. Like, so many people never get to the bottom of that. Like, after you go through that type of trauma early on, like, some of us never get to the bottom of the root of even how to deal with, how to process it. So just hearing you kind of talk through that. Yeah, I know you said you were on a live earlier, but girl, listen, what you just said needs to go to the nations. That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that understands that there are some amazing stories out here. There are some amazing conquering stories. Now, let me tell you, one of the things I love about women.